Race day do's and don'ts. Welcome back to the Power Public YouTube channel. Today's video we're going to be stepping you through some of the do's and don'ts of race days and what we try to do and do not when we hit the track. So after a little racing hiatus here in 2020, we're about to start our race program again, and I thought it'd be a great time to touch on some of the do's and don'ts for when you're about to hit your next race meeting. So one of the key things we like to do before we go racing is to go out on a practice day. So we do say go and get some practice at your local track and start to dial back in. Now when you're dialing in, it's super important that you throw on some new tyres and do some new tyre testing so that you can really fine tune that last few tenths out of your go-kart with the sort of axle that you want to try. Maybe you want to try some hubs or it's a different set of wheels. But don't make the mistake of doing that on old tyres and going, yeah, great, I've got this new plan, a new setup, it's awesome, worked awesome last weekend. Turn up the race day, you put on your new tyres, it's all different. It's going to catch you out, it's caught me out, it catches a lot of people out that set up on old tyres. So if you're new to the game, it is a little bit more expensive, yes I know, but a new set of tyres, dial that last few tenths out of your go-kart in on those and turn up for race day on another brand new set ready to dominate. So the first point, don't set up on old tyres. Point two, do plan a successful day. So what we mean by that is that we've gone out, we've done our practice day and we've got a plan of what we want to do. So at 9 o'clock we have part A, 12 o'clock we've got part B, 3 o'clock we've got part C, because different times of the day we've got different temperatures, different solar radiation from the sun, summer, winter. So all those things you want to take into consideration and you need to write out a plan. When it's 3 o'clock and the track's really hot and sticky, we might need the short hubs on the rear, might need to dial in a little bit more positive camber. Whatever it is at your local track with your tyres and your go-kart, you need to work that out on your practice day at that exact time and then put it into your plan of attack for your race day. This way you're going to set up for a better race day and more race victories. So point two, plan a successful race day. So point number three is don't deviate from your plan or get sucked into other people's changes. Okay, so what we're talking about now is on race day, the emotions are running high, we've been out on the track, we're super excited, and it's very easy to get distracted and start deviating from our plan. So if this happens, don't walk around the pits talking to Bill, Bob, Jim, and asking them about their wheels and tyres and pressures and axles. Just go into your trailer, grab yourself a banana, maybe some water, sit down, close your eyes, think about your driving, maybe just review your plan and see if maybe you have started to deviate from it and get back on track. There might be a little addition that you could do to one of your tyre settings because the day was different to it was the week before, or something little. But don't just go wholesale changing just because you're not winning. Don't get lost up in the emotions of the day. If things aren't going to plan, just calm down, reset. You know your plan. You don't have to pay attention to what everybody else is doing. Just stick to your guns, stay calm, and you'll have a successful day. So point four is do sit down and visualize a successful start to your race. Once you know that you have drawn grid position number 6, now we're talking club day racing here with maybe some reverse grid, first heat you're in 6th, next heat you're in 16th or whatever. So you want to find out who is around you in your little group and start to visualize, oh, okay, I've got that loose cannon over here, I've got this super duper fast guy here, I might follow him, or you want to start to visualize a successful start to your race so that when the light goes green, you're not being super reactive to everything that's happening. You're being sort of forward thinking and actively taking charge of the race for you. This way, by strategizing your race before you get in it or visualizing it, you're going to have a much higher chance of dominating your races. So point five is don't make enemies by crashing into your competitors. Now it really sucks when you're out there racing and you're about to turn into a corner and some peanut comes flying up the inside and just totally steamrolls you off into the tyres or crashes you into the barriers. It sucks and you don't want to do that to your competitors either. Racing is a non-contact sport. Okay, I get it, occasionally there is a little side pod rubbing while we're racing for the same corner, but front to rear contact should be avoided at all costs. And just remember to finish first first you must finish. So by having a big desperate move either at the start or halfway through the race or even at the end of the race to try to beat someone into a corner that you're never going to make, it doesn't end well, and you've just made yourself an enemy, and probably in the next race you're probably going to get some retaliation or a damaged kart that you just won't finish the race. So point 5, don't make any crazy maneuvers where you're going to put you or your friends / competitors at risk. Point 6 is write down your problems, your solutions, and your outcomes. Okay, so what I mean by that is you're going to get problems when you get on the go-kart track. The kart's going to oversteer, the kart's going to understeer, the kart's going to go off too soon, or it's going to come on too late, whatever happens. So you write down your problem. Then you come up with your solution. Okay, the kart was sliding a lot in the rear through fast corners. I'm going to take my seat stays off because I know that always works for me. So that's my solution. Then I'm going to go back on the track. I'm going to test out my solution and I'm going to come back in and then I'm going to write down the outcome. Did it work? Yes, yeah, taking the seat stays off always fixes fast corner oversteer in the rear. So whenever I have that problem again, I can put that down as my solution. And if you can do that every time you hit the track, say you go into 10 races in the next 3 months, I mean that's a lot of racing, but every time that you went out on a race, you had a problem, you applied a solution and you got an outcome, whether it worked or it didn't, well, you're going to start to pretty much find out what works for you by fine-tuning your go-kart and recording the results. Then when you get that problem again at a different circuit, you can go back to your problem solution outcome folder, look up the problem that you've had, apply the solution that you know that generally works for you for that problem, and you should get the desired outcome. Okay, so there you have it. That's some high quality do's and don'ts for your go-kart race meeting the next time you hit the track. Now, of course, you're not going to want to forget to charge your batteries, get some extra oil so you don't run out of oil in your petrol. Remember your transponder, all the little things, maybe a new chain, a new sprocket, a couple little things like that can really make your day at the racetrack just go so much smoother. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving us a thumbs up. It really means a lot. And turn on those pesky notifications and hit the subscribe button while you're there too. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.